Well, hey everybody, this is Michael out here in Yokel Central in Salt Lake City. I'm going to show you what my next project is going to be. I'm probably not going to go into as much detail on this project as I did on that shutter dial, basically because this is more or less just a recap. I did not do this cabinet. It's in a beautiful cabinet. This cabinet was done by Michael Ensign locally here in Salt Lake City for this guy, per my recommendation. This is a Silvertone. And to be honest with you, I have to remember the model number. I don't remember, but I know how to find out. This is a Silvertone model 4563. I think it's 1934, 35, something like that. Maybe 36. I'll find out for you. Get you all the details on it. It's a nice little radio. The cabinet was a little rough when he brought it to me, but it's beautiful now, and I'm not going to horse with it much. I'm going to leave it be. Let me slide the radio out of there because I've already loosened everything. I just wanted you to see the cabinet. I'll turn it around. I want to take good care of this cabinet because I don't want to pay to fix any damage I cause. So there's the chassis. Let's see, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tube chassis. And it is a filthy chassis, but probably a very straightforward one. Now, before I get too far along here, I'm going to go ahead and put this away. I will be right back. Get down, Buster, little turd. See what happens? All I have to do is step away from my bench. All right. I did a preliminary check on this radio, and it does work. It hums terribly. I mean, as they always do. You know, it's your typical story. I've got to get this dial arrangement off of here. And it does have a dial string. It looks like somebody put a piece of twine on there, but actually it's pretty nice. It works really well. So I may just leave that be. Maybe that is original. It doesn't look original, but it sure does work. Let's see if you can see it. Take a look closely at that string if you can. There we go. Check it out. Is that funky or what? But it seems to work. I don't see the point in messing with it if it works so well. I mean, it works really well. It's nice and tight. So there we go. Okay, let's take a look underneath here. This was not an expensive radio, and that will be reflected in the construction. I think it was Wells Gardner that built this. I could be wrong about that, but the Silvertone coded their radios based on who built them. Let me take these out of here because I'm going to wind up breaking one. All right, 6B5 here in this corner. It's probably 6K7. 6F5. Oh, I'll be damned. Okay, 6F5. Six Z4 or number 84. Interesting. Now I'm going to try and get this radio done as fast as I can without shortchanging it at all, of course, because I expect, as I mentioned on the previous video, that I'm going to have to be going to Illinois here pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing underway as fast as I can do so. Never was a big fan of these tube shields. They work. Let's see what we got in here. 6A7. If I remember right, that's I believe that's a converter tube. There's no point in taking it out of there if I don't need to. Cloth covered wires so far, that's a good sign. Always rotate them as you pull them out. See what this is. Wonder if these tube shields were original to this radio. I see these all the time, but I don't know if they were original or not. 78 tube, okay. Great. I am not yet expert enough to have memorized what every kind of tube does yet. Alright. What do we have here? 6H6, that'd be a detector tube, I think. One, two, three, four, five, six. Down, down. Go on, Buster. Alright. One of the early orders of business are going to be to get this dial off of the radio. Because it's really nice, I want to do that real quick. Now, it's not a screw-on type, and I can't be prying on that, so I wonder if it's possible that this thing, no, okay, well, the best thing I can think of is to get in here behind there against the shaft with a real small screwdriver. Go on, out. Come on, Fred, you too. That's too big. Yikes. There are two set screws that seem to secure this shaft, or this dial shaft, onto the tuning condenser. There we go. Yikes. Nope, that's the pulley. Nope. Shoot. Alright, I see. This is like that needle on that shutter dial. It pinches together, and if I could just separate it a little bit, it'll come off of there easily. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, look at this, guys. Okay, there's this. Now when I put this back in, I'll put a tiny touch of anti-seize on there because I want to be able to push that home and yet be able to remove it. These are notoriously brittle, so I think I'll just quit messing with it right now and put it somewhere safe. For right now, I'm going to set it up here out of the way on top of my Variac. And then I believe that I can remove the dial face. I'll put both of them in a box. along with the hardware, 4 screws. Beautiful radio, absolutely gorgeous dial. I would have just crapped myself if I'd have done something bad to it, so that's why I had to take it so easy on it. Look at that beautiful dial. I love that. I love how it says American for standard broadcast, foreign, and police. Very nice. Okay. I'll have to remember how the hell this string goes on. Looks like it went around the pulley like so. Yeah. Kids are having a good time outside. It's kind of nice. This time of year, you know, the kids always have a good time playing for the first time after dark. There we go. Okay, you kind of see how that works. So, goes from the spring, okay, around this one right here, the farthest away from the spring, goes down around the pulley, wraps under the pulley first, comes back up over the pulley, and then shoots out to this side of the wheel. So, really simple. Okay, spring is point number 1. Point number 2 is where it attaches to the string. Point number 3 is where it goes around this first flare in the pulley. Point number 4 is where it first comes down to the drive pulley, wraps under it once, okay, and goes under it a second time on its way to the other side of the pulley. Okay, so that's 4. And then 5 is when it leaves that drive pulley. Comes around here. 6, it goes around this flare. And then there's a little peg here that it ties to, and that will be 7. Okay? So it goes under. All right. Let's put these back where they were. Always better to put the screws back where they were if you can. They're tiny screws. And it would really suck to lose them because I'm sure they're tiny because there's no room. But they do have star washers, every one of them. I really don't see a need to remove this arrangement from the tuning condenser. Tuning condenser does have some grommets, but it looks like I might be able to get to all of them without removing the tuning condenser, and that's always the best approach if I can. 1, 2, and a third one right back here. They're all easy to get to. They're all on legs, so I can remove all the sections, lift them out, and put new ones in here. These are pretty standard. I'll have to find out if there's a specific one available, but I think that's a pretty standard size. That's no big deal. Electrolytic cap, I'll see that from down below. That's made of cardboard, but it's a pretty golden black color. I like that. When I'm working on this chassis, I'm going to have to be really careful. That looks like an antenna coil. I'll have to watch it. I've worked on some Lafayette's and some Etnas that are like that, where they're on the outside like that. And a little resistor up here, a little dog bone I'll have to take care of. Looks like a, I don't know, 560. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Looks like 2 electrolytic caps up top. So power cord's a little bit stiff. I'll probably replace that, but I can reuse that plug. He probably wants this plug. It's a nice plug. So, all right, let's take a look underneath now. Yeah, that tuning condenser doesn't really need to come out. And I can leave all of this alone, just clean it off. Sorry, Fred, I took your seat, didn't I? Oh. All right, so this is probably how I'll work on it right here. Nice and comfortable. I'll give you a look while I'm here. A very simple radio, it looks like. Some caps that are easy to get to. One electrolytic cap, two electrolytic caps. Check this out, guys. There's even, let me see here. Let's make sure you can see it. You got to see this. Check that out. There's a schematic right there. Like, what the hell am I going to do with that schematic? If I can't find one some other way, I guess I'll take a picture of that. But I think I have this one already. I think I got it off a radio museum. So really pretty simple. This won't take that much time. I'm not doing a full resto on this. I'm just going to be basically recapping this bugger. He wants it back, and he wants it to work, and you know, he'd like it to be clean, but I don't want to go changing it either. Fred, what do you want? You guys can't see this, but I got a cat down here. See, there he is. Oh, yeah, go ahead and climb me like a tree, Fred. Are you happy? Can I get some work done maybe? What do you think? Here, how about you sit in the drawer? There, you want to sit in the drawer? You see a piece of candy in there you want to get, huh? You're crazy. You're a pest. You're a pest. Yes, you are. Okay, sit down. Sit down while I finish this, okay? I got work to do. Sit down, Fred. All right, so all the trimmers are going to be easy to get to. This will be easy to align. Even this pot is going to be easy to clean. This pot here, none of them are, I mean, they're not really sealed. So this band switch is going to be easy. This is not a hard radio. This will be good. So I'll be able to get this one done pretty quickly. I should have it done this week while I'm waiting on those Zenith parts. I think that vibrator, I'm going to call them tomorrow. I don't really have any tracking information to see where it is, so I'll give them a call tomorrow and see where it is. And then I have that knob to get here because I had the wrong color. That was just stupidity on my part. But I can take care of that. And even if I don't get it here by the time I'm done with the radio, I'll send the guy home with the wrong color knob, and then when the right one gets here, I'll let him know it's here, and I can either mail it to him or he can come and get it. That's nothing. I've done that before. Okay, I've got a buddy here, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down this video and get working on this radio. I'm not going to show you every detail of the recap. You've seen those before, and it's really a simple one, so there's no point in getting too excited about it. I'll show you when the recap is done, and I'll show you as I'm putting it back together. I imagine I'll probably just do 2 or 3 videos in this series because I need to get this thing done, and if I can get it done in 4 or 5 days, I'll be real happy. Okay, guys, I'll get to work now. If Freddie will let me. Go ahead, Fred. Say goodbye to the camera, Fred. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you play in that radio? Okay, you comfy? All right, guys. Here we go. Well, like I said, this series is just going to be a quickie because this guy's been waiting on this radio for a bit, and I want to do him right, and I'd like to have it done before I have to run home to Illinois. So I'm not going to show nearly the detail, but what I will show is my progress, how I clean it up. I'll do the alignment, and then I will show the details of putting it back into the cabinet, because that's the kind of thing that sometimes people get stuck on, is how to get it mounted up and make it looking good. I'm also going to have to replace the grommets on that tuning condenser, so I'll show you that stuff when I get to that. But I have already been working on this and actually have made really good progress. So the next video I'm going to open with showing you the recap progress, and then I'll get on with some other stuff. All right, guys, on Saturday night, I went up, I'll give you a little hint. I went up to Idaho Falls today and dragged home a bunch of cool stuff. So I'll show you that in an upcoming Loose Ends video. Anyway, that's it for now, for tonight, on a Saturday night, March the 25th. From your Western Outpost in Salt Lake City, this is Michael, and that's all for tonight.